Welcome back to Dukoscopy TV. Now, the Greek elections at the weekend ended weeks of uncertainty that shook the financial markets and threatened to push Greece from the Eurozone. I'm joined today by Hervé Prettre from Credit Suisse here in Geneva to discuss these latest developments. Mr. Prettre, thank you very much for joining me today.
Thank you.
So on these latest elections in Greece, what do you see for the future of Greece? Is Greece out of the woods as of yet?
Well, we can't say so. It was first a relief. There were two options. Either the Syriza party would gain the election and then we would have major issues as the Syriza refuses this austerity package from the Troika, or we have a more balanced government who is still a proponent of Europe austerity measure in exchange for European and IMF help. But does it mean that we are out of the wood? No. It's first, we passed one first pitfall, but now Greece needs to take action. We haven't enacted yet their minus 22% cut in basic salaries. We haven't started the 150,000 government employees firing program, as even this government would want in the coming weeks when they sit with Brussels officials and European officials to negotiate some more time frame to implement those painful measures. Therefore, there will be some more upheavals, risk in Greece in the coming months.
So what do you see for the future of the euro versus the dollar? Do you see the US dollar's recovery to continue?
Yes, we do, definitely. Credit Suisse estimates that 2012 will remain the year of a strong dollar, of a stronger dollar. Our official target speaks of going closer to 120, but our global strategist, Andrew Garthwaite, even estimates that we could go lower. As how do you want Europe to have economic growth besides through export? And stronger export is usually one good way of getting that is having a weaker euro. So a 110 is not impossible. That's not our official target, but it's not impossible. Why? For very obvious reason, the difference in economic growth and investor sentiment in the euro versus the US dollar. Eurozone, people are still worried about Greece and particularly its consequences on Spain. And second, economic growth. We just downgraded our economic growth forecast for 2012 in Europe to minus 1%. On the contrary, the US is enjoying a stable recovery. We expect a 2.3% economic growth in the US this year. Furthermore, the dollar enjoys from a very powerful trend, which is the decline in the US trade deficit. And that's something new for the past decade, the 2 decades. The US trade balance would worsen almost every year, besides the recession years. Now we are in expansion and the US trade balance is declining on the back of weaker oil prices and on the back of lower oil import because of their natural shale gas revolution, on top of the gain in competitiveness gained from the weaker US dollars in the previous years. So for those two very specific reasons, we estimate that the dollar will keep recovering against the euro.
And just looking back to Greece, Greece has actually been put on review for relegation back to emerging market status. Why has this happened, and do you feel that this will come to fruition?
Well, they should have never left the emerging market, to be honest. No, frankly, they have been only added to developed market because of their when they joined the euro, or just before they joined the euro. Actually, if you look at the Greek economy, their GDP per capita, their share of industry, it looks more like an emerging market than a developed market. And if you remove the kind of shield and protection we have from the euro, you see that this economy is really not performing well, no real strength. And look, for industry, for instance, is only 6% of GDP. How do you want to have sustained economic growth and a balanced country at this point? So either they are going, MSCI will relegate them or not. It will have, unfortunately for them, the same impact on their stock market performance. A country which will be led with recession, if not depression, for several years, it's likely to suffer pretty much and for a long time, whatever happens with their official classification.
And looking at emerging markets, At the moment, do you believe that it's the strength of emerging market? Does that signify an expanding global economy?
Well, yes and no. The global economy is still expanding on the back of more growth in emerging market rather than in developed market. However, I would see the momentum the other way around, as we have still a powerful deceleration in emerging market growth. China has struggled to move its economic model from an export-led economy to an economy more focused on domestic consumption, as the Chinese population is still reluctant to reduce their savings ratio and consume more. And since this process will be slower than expected, and as a result, we expect the Chinese economy to grow at less than 9% this year. As a result, we expect a decelerating global emerging market and a decelerating global economy.
So thank you very much for joining me, Mr. Prettre. It's been an absolute pleasure and we hope to have you in again.
Thank you very much.
That's all we have time for here at Dukoscopy TV, but make sure you click back to the website for more interviews and updates. But for now, goodbye.